6 and 1 p.m.
Okay, first on the agenda, we have gravel pit lease with the county. With this, the only change that we had from last year
is we went up on price. We went from, we were selling it for $1 to them, price for us. Well, to make the contract kind of legit, so that way we got a third of the gravel. And we wouldn't have to pay for it. We went up to $4 a ton now. So we get 10,000 ton and then we get 1,000 ton free, 10,000 ton free, and then we charge the 20,000. Okay, so they'll have at the $4, it's going to end up being about 80,000, but we still work it out that we get free gravel. They give a good price on gravel.
And we get free gravel and we get 80,000.
Yes.
Yeah, then it's in this contract, it doesn't say anything about that free gravel.
But we have to pay. It says that we have to pay them what it costs to process gravel, which would be the $7.
Do they charge $7 a ton?
That's what they would be charging us because that's what it costs them to make it.
To crush it?
To crush it.
So I did a little bit of research on that. It looks to me like if we contract to have a crush for $4.50 a ton.
Mhm. But then you see that it says in there at the cost of what it is to the total count. So at the $4, it works out that we get 10 because it states in there that Colorado City will just take it off of whatever Global County owes us, so that there's a check going back. Actually, we get a little bit more.
I think it appears that our price per ton of the pit run, of the aggregate, $4 a ton is probably pretty close to what's paid locally. So that looks out pretty good. The cost to crush it though, but they're gonna charge you $7. That's about $3 high.
Well, the thing is you gotta realize for them, we're crushing it and charging them, or our charge is $4, it's $11, which is, I checked around with different gravel pits, and usually the minimum to pick up the gravel at that pit is $12.50 to $22.
What are they crushing? I mean, are they crushing on class 6 or are you crushing
Yeah, that's
class 6?
for all the roads. All gravel roads.
Well, certainly
It's good cost. It costs different amounts to crush different kinds of gravel. Class 6, if I'm not mistaken, is 1 inch,
3/4 to
1 3/4 to 1 inch with some fines in it. But that's different than like just say 2 inch minus, which is anything. Really just as long as the previous was 2 inches. So it just costs more money to crush various kinds of material.
Because in the old contract, when I put it in there, we were only charging $1.05 for gravel, which is cheap. Which we talked to them last year when they did crush that, or 2 years ago. Hey, wait a minute, this is how this deal was ran for years. Well, they got a new attorney in the Florida County. Oh no, this is what it is. Well, they still honor it, but we needed to do something within the contract to make sure that was right.
So my concern is one, how much gravel is left over from the last crush?
We have about 7,000 ton.
Okay, and the way we're scaling it out is really on the honor systems.
Actually, when they crush, they'll set up a pile for us at that with the 10,000 ton. The last time they didn't do it, but on their rover, it does have a scale. they measured it out by weight.
So we're gonna see, well, we see a document from them that says they crushed and came up with 30,000 tons.
Well, yeah, actually 40,000.
Okay, so 40,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We'll
we'll
see
do
a
that.
piece of paper that says that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what they did. All.
Like to see that. They have a, we have a permit, piece of equipment there.
No, we don't.
They know us.
If they're around, they have been going to Lotus. But most of the time we'll end up having taking our backhoe up there and load. If we're not around, especially on Friday, because they're going to pump rounds. And if they're hauling, we try to do them there at the same time.
And so if I read it right, they're in charge of reclamation.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. And I also looked at the map, and tried to look at it on the GIS maps or whatever the assessor has. And it looks like they're already already into the next 40.
No.
Okay. So that next 40 is, we still own it. And
We'll have to get a new permit. I just had the mine inspector come down. It was in probably mid-November. We walked through it. He says, yeah, you probably have about 2 more crushes. I didn't look for which are crushing. But yeah, we're gonna have to end up closing that down. Yes.
And they reimburse us for the permit.
Yes. They reimburse us for the permit, they reimburse us for the engineering aspect, because every year we have to have an engineer around, make sure that all the slopes that we have in the strip over the much. All that, which we do stay around for that. Yeah, they for all
So we submit out with basically product for the office gravel. And
that. That's the thing and that's what I told them, I said, you're using our bit, it's our gravel. I know you're paying for the commencement fee, but still, it's a royalty that you still need to pay for. So, yeah.
I think that I'm concerned about them charging too much for crushing. Well, I think that
That's, and the thing is they have to be truthful on that because they can put it out for bids. And the bids that they honor, that's the one that, when they specify in that bid, what it costs them per ton.
is, by the way, is Greg on, or it's,
No, I have Christie, I don't see Greg.
all right, go ahead, Jim.
Okay, the next I have a letter from the state on, dam, told you the last meeting we did a report with, Tracy, helping us and they were, kind of monuments, shot. They did come back, they did give us a grace on the restriction on the dam to, the 15.5 with this last rainstorm, we're almost there.
This morning, we were at 15.5. So I'm gonna have to start shutting it back down so I can slow it down.
So, but that's an outline.
Jim, in that letter, they'll say that the district will review the dam's emergency action plan with public comment.
Mhm.
Have you done that?
I have, we do every year.
And then it says also verify the pumps are ready to go.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Where,
they're in Denver. We can do it.
and we'll complete the required annual movement survey by June 15th. Yes, and that was complete, that was complete. Okay.
We do weekly reports every year. That's what I read off there.
The annual survey though, is that Mark Perry got that
That's the one that I said that you just,
just yet, okay.
questions on that? Okay, we have the sewer ranch update I have, and valves, that was, the bid. I did talk to Matt about doing it at night,
No bigger than.
doing it at night. I told him, within his bed, he needs to have, portable lights, so that way it will brighten up the area where we're at. And so he gave me a bid for the two valves. We talked about, they're at, Woodbine and North Park. We need to replace, put in two valves there.
Just one.
I thought we were gonna go north and south.
No, just to the south. That south valve is looking good.
Okay, but I thought we were gonna put in the two to make sure that we end up, going well. So,
No, we'll be one.
okay. So anyway, he was thinking that we just end up cutting it down, would be a lot cheaper and stuff, and we could direct traffic around that, for the 8-day closure that needs to happen once we pour the cement, we cover it back. Instead of closing the road, we'd be able to redirect traffic around it. Cause
Detour.
yeah,
So all the work is gonna be done at night.
we're trying to build up,
All these bids. Cover that.
yeah, and, they're hoping that we could maybe get both of them done, the one at Woodbine and also the one by the bank at the same time. During that night, if everything goes smooth, give them both done.
My concern is notification of all the stakeholders. I mean, it's not gonna get it, just put it on Facebook.
No,
They're
it's
gonna have
going
to
to go
contact people.
door to door
Yes.
to make sure that and say, this is a time, this is a place, this is, unless weather changes or you have a lightning storm, then there is gonna be a big event. We're gonna try to get everything, prepped, to make sure that it is ready to go.
So what's the tentative start date?
We're still gathering information as to valves and all of that, which we've got all of that. We pulled the North Park, maps out to see exactly where everything is. We're hoping, it depends on Joe and Matt's schedule too, as to when. And so, as for the board, if you direct me to go forward with it, which I know you have, that with the pricing that we can, get them in place and set down a time.
I mean, a ballpark, is it gonna be in weeks?
Yeah, it'll be within a week or two.
Okay.
Cause it's gonna take 8 days to get the, road permit. Through Plum County.
Yes, so they're going to supply the road permit.
Yes,
These bids are for labor only, basically.
it's basically for their digging. It's basically the digging and assistance with getting it in, but our guys will also assist. We want one of our guys to assist in charging and helping out.
Well, how much are we gonna spend on valves?
We're looking at, for 4 valves, probably about
About $1,400 to $1,500
a
about.
valve.
Per valve?
So we're looking at about 5-6 grand.
$6,000 per valve?
But then we also have clamps to hook the valve back through.
Yeah.
All three of these need to be done.
Yes,
Yeah.
So all three of them all three of these valve bids here are affecting the horse ranch.
Just to clarify, all these valves are not working currently. They need to be changed out.
We had an issue today that happened. Yeah, we have a left-handed valve, and one of the guys went over to turn it, and we thought he was opening it up and then closed it, and we lost water down there for about 5-10 minutes. And then, it's like, no, this is a left-hand valve, open it up, and we got pressure back.
It would be good just to have them changed out regardless of other issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. We'll see where we're at. If we don't, if we'll end up changing 2 of them then instead of just the one, if we can do that.
We definitely have to have Woodbine. We have to have the bank. We have to have Devil's Triangle, and then the 4th valve is the other going. So that's why we've got 4 valves.
So it's 4 different holes.
Yeah,
That's,
Okay. Anything else? Go ahead, Jim.
Okay. You have GMS invoice 1819. Like I said, they have been working on setting up to get water diversion done. I know they are working on a PRV valve, at Geronimo and, what's the other street, Showalter, where new line ends and put in a PRV there, so that way when we pull a pressure and don't blow all the lines up, because that, like I said, the last time, if you remember, I said the water coming down off of that hill on Kelly, we had the PRV that we put in, that's taken from 120 to about 30 pounds. Well, from that PRV to the bottom of the hill, it's taking it back up to about another 120, 130 pounds. So if we introduce that into our present system up there in that loop, it will almost triple the pressure, which would, because we're running about 50 to 60 pounds right now at Showalter and that area of Sabala. Then once it comes down to Sabala and goes into North Park, that one, that PRV is taking it down to 30 pounds, which is holding it from 120 coming down Sabala.
So that through this, request for payment,
Yes,
that's all that's design stuff, like.
Yes. Yeah.
All that on this request for payment, again, it goes to, I don't see any construction action involved here. This is all engineering stuff, and all over budget.
Yeah.
I feel like they still should have, when they did the bid, they should have been aware of some of these issues and not have to go back to them now. Board, questions?
How much over budget are they at this anyway?
Well, this one, the added design was over budget by $13,000. The budget was $16,500, and they're at $29,429.
Or did the contract stipulate up 20%?
there was, contingency.
Contingency of, I think, over 10%.
10%.
The other one was over budget, is that apparently what they maybe listened to microphones, but in the past, and they're kind of recategorizing now, looks like. But the funding administration has gone over budget as well, not as bad, it's only $900 over budget, but it's funding administration over the budget, why, how can they justify that?
Usually in the administration, it's bookkeeping part. I don't know.
So I'm troubled by them. Yeah, it is our money, but it's not our money, it's taxpayer money.
Well, it's our money because it compromises our ability to work on the true little yellow tank.
But they came out of a whole bunch of pockets, that money.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys have any questions, comments?
I do not.
Go ahead, Jim.
Next, they had, on the SDA workshop. Like I said, that's coming up next Monday or Tuesday, it is 17th.
that'll be next Monday. I know, Quick, told me he was gonna be there, but he's unable, he's got other arrangements. I just gotta change the email. I'm going to do this and Greg on doing this.
No,
Okay. That's all we need to do.
That's the one in town.
Yes. It's been a year. Election of officers would be next. So we'll have that in the beginning of the meeting.
yeah, I would just like to, we can do this later, but I think that we need to put that one on the shelf and get some other board members here.
I agree.
I don't think we should be selling the officers.
I agree.
With the two that this, kind of listening. Or we could just nominate them. We could.
I do have Greg on there now, so.
Oh, thanks, Greg. I didn't know you were listening.
But that's, for discussion, I agree.
So at the correct time, I'll make a motion to delete that item on the agenda.
On the next for CCA used, had 3 of them there. There was another one, and I didn't even get it or I missed it. And it is just a garage on April Mesh. It would be one house. So, if you want to, that's file, like master file, to add it as a, new build.
It's not here, I don't think that we can do it.
No,
Like I said, it's up to you guys to go put it on there.
oh, let's see it.
No, that's what I'm saying, I have the file.
Oh,
If you guys want to look at the file and add it,
is the county engineer staff?
yes, that.
I don't know, it's.
So, see,
Signed off by what? Committee.
yes,
It came in on May 31st, and Randy did sign off on it, or Julia. So it's been here, it's just not been.
when he get his back together for me, he forgot that, because it was a week before.
Sure.
We have,
Oh, was it 8050 whatever day that, the party was trying to build the garage? We had a question about whether the lot line was vacated,
Yes,
8050.
yeah, and it was,
And how did we solve that?
I went into the county assessor's site, and it had it, it showed the vacation happened 6 years ago.
Did we say that we were going to approve it?
They said it,
Contingent upon, okay,
on the research on it,
thank you.
it was vacated.
So we're not holding it up.
so that we're not holding them, the building up. I don't know, it depends on, what do you, what do you think?
I think it was approved by the committee. File, in a sense, of holding up for a few weeks.
What do you think?
I agree with,
The other ones now have been approved. I think that the advisory committee struggle with, of course, they depend on us, we are the architect. They go by the rules. You know, us to, use our best judgment as well. I'm concerned that the one on Los Cerritos is basically a double wide.
It basically, it's a modular home.
But for the covenants, of course, you have to fit in with the surrounding neighborhood. I don't think it does.
I think the only one that specifies. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to look it up.
I'm covering
Sure.
this form color texture placement, was form is one of the issues. And then it has to, the building has to, specific privileges, but we can produce it to the neighbor.
There is only one unit that states no modular.
Oh, that's correct. But I don't think we can't use that specific.
That'd be the village.
No. Yeah, it is. You are right, because you guys went through it.
Yes, we did.
Which one?
It was in the village.
Oh, yes, that's, those cannot do that.
That was unit 26. That is specified. But otherwise, it don't specify.
So is there any kind of, the question that we faced then is the difference between, PC and just regular double wide trailer?
Obviously, it's approved by your electrical and
So that's a non-issue now.
as long as it's
How's it affixed to the foundation?
I think it is a power,
Front pylon,
and then they go in and block it or whatever. It's
strap it down?
And then you screw it would say kind of a permanent foundation.
It does say from the foundation.
Yeah.
So from the foundation number. Okay, any other questions?
This is a garage.
It's just for
It's a garage.
support of the accessory building.
And garage is really easy. This is the metal building.
I don't have any trouble dealing with that one.
Okay. It's a second.
I know, the homeless, very fast.
And this is a house up there, the little,
Yeah.
okay. That's it.
Yeah.
We get some. North of this is the board to be conducting the most effective and expeditious manner that's necessary. All persons present will be in the leader of civil for board staff which have conduct that appears certain or aggressive will not be tolerated. Chatting, speaking out of order, or use of gestures similar or not acceptable. Such behavior shall constitute perpetrator right to remain independent and raised. As a point of order brought to the board attention by council or any board member, including the chairperson, resulting in being asked to leave the meeting or church or one refuser, we must go out of the meeting by proper authority. Okay, we have for
Yes. And we're down to covenant enforcement changes.
Yeah, this letter that came out with the bill, or water bill, covenant enforcement changes. That, I can't say what I think the governor was, but otherwise I'd get escorted out. Yeah. Are you guys actually thinking about instituting this thing?
Well, right now, the covenants have no teeth. I can send you letter after letter.
Well, I realize that, but. Well, if you're gonna do this, I mean, you're creating an HOA for them. And that really concerns me because, one of the reasons we moved here is because, we're three people. We didn't have HOAs to rule us, but the, covenants are bad enough, being 50 years old or whatever, but, so like, you're actually thinking about doing this thing.
that has to be done by the end of the year if we're going to do it. Now, as far as thinking about my house, which we're discussing about. So it doesn't really change it. Nothing's changed other than the fact that we have some teeth. Whereas now we don't have, so our company does not have any teeth. But it wouldn't change the covenant whatsoever.
Well, the covenants need to be changed.
We can't do that.
well, they need to be thrown out, as long as they be, so you're actually thinking about doing it.
I'm not sure.
To get teeth in it.
Well, I believe that's one of the things that we were talking about, kind of look at all too, get feedback. Okay, is this something that the community wants or they don't want?
Yeah, that's true. We have not discussed. This is just something that came out between meetings and has not been discussed. Okay. We will, I'm not real sure. I'm not really sure where this board is gonna go with that. I know what I think, but I'm gonna reserve my comments till that.
Come on.
That time.
We also have a town hall next,
Yeah.
but this knowledge, hopefully people will come. Yeah. Governments are all over. Some people want force, some people.
Well, yeah. I understand that, and, you know, I'm one of them that don't think the covenants, I think somehow the covenants should be thrown out completely anyhow and go by, you know, county rules. We're gonna do something, but, gotta have rules and stuff, I guess, but this year, to me, it creates an HOA for us, and, you know, I might have to leave my wife in our house and move if this goes through, because this, to me, it's just totally crazy.
There's a whole bunch of issues with even considering it, because there'll be some enforce covenant is tough, as it is. So which covenants do you want to enforce? You want to have to enforce a covenant where somebody can't put a tent up on the lot next to you. You want to enforce that one, but you don't want to enforce the chicken covenant. And that's a tough one as far as discrimination. So a whole bunch of this stuff is really tough anyway.
Well, that's the point. That's the problem is right now, and I can see it going forward, even if this year is instituted. Certain covenants are enforced and certain ones aren't.
That's it.
You know?
Tough deal. That's it. So I think your question about are we considering it? I'd say yes, we probably are considering it, but we aren't. We certainly don't have an opinion one way or the other. We have to consider it. Partly because it needs to be done before the end of the year, one way or the other.
Yeah. I just read that and I'm like, oh my God. I could